Hi everyone, welcome back to Kids Corner. I hope you all had a great week. It's December now, can you believe it? So we are moving into our Advent season, which is a time of preparing for Christmas. So you can see I'm in my living room instead of my dining room, and we've got the tree behind us and the stockings are hung and we're getting ready for Christmas. We're going to do that with Kids Church too, and we're going to start with a new verse this month, okay? So here it is. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. Luke 2, verse 11. I'm going to do it one more time. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. Luke 2, verse 11. So you guys can start working on that one. And remember, when you have it memorized, you can give me a call and you can say it to me over the phone, or you can look up First Baptist Church of Waterford, Connecticut, and you can say it to our secretary, Mrs. Ledestri. Okay, you've got all month for that one. So we're going to do our first Bible story about Christmas, and it's called He's Here. We're back in the Jesus Storybook Bible, okay? It's called He's Here. And it's the Nativity from Luke 1 and 2. Everything was ready. The moment God had been waiting for was here at last. God was coming to help his people, just as he promised in the beginning. But how would he come? Who would he be like? What would he be like? What would he do? Mountains would have bowed down. Seas would have roared. Trees would have clapped their hands, but the earth held its breath. As silent as snow falling, he came in, and when no one was looking in the darkness, he came. I'm going to show you the first pictures. There you go. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Engaged means that they were going to get married. They were planning their wedding. Joseph was the great-great-great-great-grandson of King David. Do you remember King David that we talked about? One morning, this girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared right there in her bedroom. He was Gabriel. And he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened. You don't need to be scared, Gabriel said. God is very happy with you. Mary looked around to see if perhaps he was talking to someone else. Mary, Gabriel said, and he laughed with such gladness that Mary's eyes were filled with sudden tears. Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's the rescuer. The God who flung planets into space and kept them whirling around and around. The God who made the universe with just a word. The one who could do anything at all was making himself small and coming down as a baby. Wait, God was sending a baby to rescue the world? But it's too wonderful, Mary said, and felt her heart beating hard. How can it be true? Is anything too wonderful for God? Gabriel asked. So Mary trusted God more than what her eyes could see, and she believed. I am God's servant, she said. Whatever God says, I will do. Here's the picture. There's Mary, and there's Gabriel. Sure enough, it was just as the angel had said. 9 months later, Mary was almost ready to have her baby. Now Mary and Joseph had to take a trip to Bethlehem, the town King David was from. But when they reached the little town, they found every room was full. Every bed was taken. Go away, the innkeepers told him. There isn't any place for you. What would they say? Where would they stay? Soon, Mary's baby would come. They couldn't find anywhere except an old, tumble-down stable. So they stayed where the cows and the donkeys and the horses stayed. Here's the picture. Mary's riding on the donkey, and they're heading to Bethlehem. And there, in the stable, amongst the chickens and the donkeys and the cows, in the quiet of the night, God gave the world his wonderful gift. The baby that would change the world was born, his baby son. Mary and Joseph wrapped him up to keep him warm. They made a soft bed of straw and used the animal's feeding trough as a cradle. And they gazed in wonder at God's great gift, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Mary and Joseph named him Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us, because of course he had. Here's the picture. There's baby Jesus in the manger. All right, let's do our verse one more time. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior who is Christ the Lord. Luke 2, verse 11. I hope you all have a great week, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye.